Welcome in then to the latest edition of Extra Time. As you can imagine, a lot of questions about Real Madrid against Arsenal. Anyone want to change their mind about Real Madrid going through? I believe probably everybody does, don't they? I think everyone picked Real Madrid to go through. You're having a bit of a weird thing about it all.
Kind of a breakdown, really.
Yes.
Oh, well.
Well,
existential crisis.
There we are. Frank, Real Madrid out?
Yes, I changed my mind. I don't think they're going to be capable to
No, I think you're okay to change your mind.
No.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a player hit 2 or more absolute world-class free kicks in the same match?
Juan Arango.
Ah, the Venezuelan.
For the national team. We were not, let's just put it this way, we were not depending on me scoring the goals, we were depending on me drawing fouls so that Juan Arango could take the free kick. And mind you, there was never a doubt as to who was going to take the free kick.
Right.
It was always going to be Juan Arango, and he did that against Mexico in a match that he was just outstanding. And to see it in training is one thing, but then to see it in training translate into the game is a completely different thing, and he did that consistently.
I can't remember off the top of my head, to be honest. Just looking at this story, that has to be one. That could be one of the worst jobs ever.
Steve Nicholls' personal assistant.
Yeah, I mean, that could be like. There's not enough money. There's not enough salary in the world for you to do that.
No.
What would that entail? God only knows what that would.
Yeah,
No, I can't remember. I don't think so off the top of my head.
Have you told me before that you were sat on the bench for the Roberto Carlos free kick? I'm trying to remember your role in that story.
I was with Patrice Loco, the former Paris Saint-Germain striker at Nantes, and I say, well, I think that guy is capable of doing something great, you know, because I've seen him shooting once or twice.
How did you make this about you?
And when we saw the... Oh, no, because I was there. But you know what? Because of your question, can I answer to the question? Michel Platini, France against Italy, scored against one of the greatest goalkeepers in the world, Dino Zoff. One on the top corner on the right side, and 10 minutes after, one on the top corner on the left side. Amazing.
Where has this Arsenal been all year?
Well, they haven't played Real Madrid, have they?
That's a very fair point.
guys.
And other people were taking free kicks.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are hearing suggestions as well that Declan Rice did say that the set-piece coach told him to cross it for the first one.
Who are you listening to?
Sit down.
Hold on, who are you listening to here?
He said it in an interview afterwards.
Ooh, Declan Rice say that?
Yes, apparently so.
Or the coach?
Well, that's one of those, isn't it, when you're playing and the bench will shouting stuff at you and you just look over and say, shut up. Get back, go and sit down. You don't cross it from where Declan Rice was on both occasions.
Yeah.
But certainly not the first one. The second one was more difficult, but certainly not. You don't cross so many of those. You know the only reason he wanted him to cross it? So he could have his little moment in the sun again. When they. No, I'm fed up with this set piece guy.
He might be a lovely chap.
Yeah, but he wanted.
He's like a throwing coach at Liverpool. He got done by Steve.
He wanted him to cross it from there because he had some set up on his little board where somebody ran round there and he reversed something, and then if the camera would have cut to him and he's out there like a peacock again. You don't cross from there.
Very little faith on Declan Rice from the expert, the set-piece coach.
There we go. Poor chap.
Poor chap.
Who had the worst performance today, Bellingham or Vini, Frank?
Oh, Vini. I thought Bellingham was quite interesting the first half, and he was working hard and tried to help his teammates out. We barely saw Vini. Vini had some chances, but and it would have been maybe a different game for him if he would have scored. But disappointed by Vini, but disappointed by Kylian Mbappe as well. But Bellingham, no, I think Bellingham was the first half. He was very decent, and he drawn the second half like his other teammates.
Is the greatest insult not the 3-0 scoreline, but the fact Arsenal fans sang, "Are you Tottenham in disguise?" Oh, that's very good. Oh, dear.
I suppose there's a bit of humour there, but when you've won diddly squat compared to Real Madrid, in comparison, that's a little...
All right, Craig, you don't have to take it seriously. It's all right. God.
Leave him alone.
Just a little fun chant, isn't it? To break it down.
What's wrong with punters? They go there, I think they can say what they want.
Well, how dare you go and pay your price and have some fun. No smiling. Ali, if you're Florentino Pérez, who are you going for in the summer, Alonso or Klopp?
Well, the obvious answer is Xabi Alonso, to be honest with you, because of his ties to the club. As it pertains to Jurgen Klopp, I think he has taken the role that he has taken with the Red Bull organization, sort of overseeing things in which he's making decisions but has none of the pressure. I don't know why you would leave that to jump into Real Madrid if you were trying to get away from the stress of being a manager at the highest level. Real Madrid, I think we can all attest, is a very stressful position. I think it'd be Xabi Alonso, and I hope from Real Madrid's perspective that Xabi Alonso has learned quite a bit about his team and himself this season at Bayer Leverkusen, in which a few of his decisions you can point to and say that cost Bayer Leverkusen in Champions League, that cost Bayer Leverkusen in Bundesliga as well.
And the Pokal.
And the Pokal, of course,
Bielefeld.
against Arminia Bielefeld. Oh, how could you forget?
There we go.
Still making some big decisions, though, isn't he, Jurgen Klopp?
Red Bull.
Yeah, I mean, dropping Liam Lawson, that was a big call, wasn't it?
Oh, that's an F1 joke, everybody. So we can joke about F1, but we can't joke about Spurs. That's where we're at.
Oh, we have the rights to F1.
Right.
That's my corporate piece of the week.
Oh, there we are. Beautiful. Yes,
Craig.
Yeah, I don't like fans being smart asses.
How big a task is it for whoever comes in? Is it a case of a little bit just...
Well, I think Jurgen Klopp, in terms of, you know, what he has achieved as a manager and his experience would be the choice. But obviously, if you want somebody fresher, younger, who's got links to the club, who's had recent success, you know, Xabi Alonso, obviously. But there's not. You've only got to look at the body of work at Dortmund, and particularly Liverpool, when he came in there and just, you know, he changed the club. Yeah. He changed the way they went about it in terms of on the field. Obviously, the history is the history. You're not going to change that. But he changed the whole atmosphere.
But he went into a club that hadn't won the league in 30 years.
I know, but
not Real Madrid.
The other side of that is he wouldn't have that kind of influence and power at Real Madrid.
All that time.
He just wouldn't be able to get that back. So I don't know. Is it safe to say that Ancelotti,
He'll be gone.
even if he does win something this year, is probably going to...
I don't know what he's going to win. Like most likely to win the Copa del Rey because that's a one-off. But Barcelona have thrashed you twice already this season. La Liga, you've got no consistency. Let's sack him now. Why bother?
Are you okay? You're going to make it through this?
Frank, Alonso or Klopp?
I will go for Alonso because I really think that he knows the club, is somebody who wants to do something with a big club. And
what does knowing
Real
the club
Madrid is
mean,
maybe
though,
the
Frank?
biggest club
Like,
in the
everyone
world.
knows what Real Madrid is, isn't it? I don't really get. What does that mean?
Well, that means that he knows the dressing room. He knows how the fans are feeling. He knows how the people inside the club feels, and that's very important when you come to a club. There is no question marks about the spirit of the people and the atmosphere that you're going to find. So it's always a plus to have experienced that before and to come back and in a different situation, but to settle down, you know, and to make sure that everybody's going to follow you. You're not going to be surprised by anything. But Klopp is a good choice as well. I mean, as Craig said, he changed a lot of things at Liverpool and settled down something absolutely fantastic for an era, amazing era. So, but I will go for Alonso. I want to see him. I want to see him achieving something for Madrid.
If it's going to be Jurgen Klopp, then it has to be the magnetic Jurgen Klopp. It has to be that high energy, that personality. And towards the end at Liverpool, that seemed to be dwindling. And he himself said that he didn't have any more juice left. And that's the only thing that would be, in my opinion, appealing about Jurgen Klopp is that can the big personality of the manager deal with the big personalities of the club? And I think that Jurgen Klopp would be able to do that. But he has to be able to bring it all the time. And I don't know that he wants to bring it all the time.
Final question, Frank. Percentage chance of Bayern going through to the semi-finals of the Champions League?
I will give them 10, 15%. I mean, what I saw
So you
from
think?
Inter is not what I saw from Bayern.
Wait, Frank. You've got Real Madrid have a bigger chance of going through than Bayern Munich.
This is a maths problem here.
Yeah, because I was too nice to Real Madrid. But when the guy they say 10 or 5%, I say, well, I should have said that because I was ready to say no chance for Real Madrid. But
Right,
yeah, for
20.
Bayern Munich, it's gonna be tough. You know what? Inter Milan, what they have, it's like when I watched them playing today, it's like I went back to the 90s where the Italian championship was the best championship in the world, and Milan, AC, Inter, Juventus, Parma, they were one of the best or the four of the best teams in the world and dominating Europe. So, and I saw that coming back and I think Craig explained that they, everywhere they were very good defensively. When you needed them to be strong, they were strong. You needed to create, they were able to create. And at front, with Barella, Lautaro Martinez, and Marcus Thuram, you have finesse, you have good choices, you have real talent, and everywhere you have talent. So Inter are going to go through. I don't see Bayern capable of changing the face of what I saw from Inter.
We need to get Don on. Somebody had been thinking there, we need to get Don on like in an emergency to usurp that percentage.
No, because he'll be banging on about Inter. You know what he's like with Italian.
You're right, we're not
he would have
getting
gone on and on and on about it. No one needs that in their lives.
He would have probably given Bayern like 0.5% chance or something.
Probably, that's it. That's it, we're done. That's enough of that. ESPN FC will be back on your screens tomorrow. It is, of course, Barcelona against Borussia Dortmund, Aston Villa against PSG. Should be fun.